we're live now. Yeah. Okay. And then I'm gonna text. Hold on a second. Let me tell.
It's gonna be hard.
Hey,
How do I
Jen,
stop from
Can
jiggling?
you text that we're live now in the group? Okay.
And you don't have a pod. Oh, you do have a tripod.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great then. Good. I was gonna jiggle all
I
over
just
the
wanted
place.
to get that up so that we're on.
They can hear us also.
Yeah, they can hear in it. So in between periods,
Yeah.
you want to hit the microphone button to mute it.
Okay, let me just practice real quick.
That's it.
All right. And I'm gonna scan.
Say hi. You can practice your broadcasting skills.
Let me back up here. Let me back up. You can set up.
So then,
I'm about starting here.
so then, okay. Sorry guys, still setting up here. So, zoom in. So you play with the zoom in a little bit just to figure that out, and then we'll rotate this way. Okay. So. Oh, do you mind? Do you mind? Thank you. Don't worry about that. Just help me. Yeah. All right.
All right.
So that's it. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll just get it in there.
Okay. Then I'll just talk. All right, guys. So you can just rotate side to side like that. So game one, over 16U here at the Minnesota NIT.
Want to switch sides?
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be tough.
We're playing Team Wisconsin. Ooh, good save. Is this Lovis or Williams playing?
Oh, it's hard to.
Yeah, you want to keep it where, like, you only have to keep one orientation. Because if you zoom in one way, and then you just want to make it so you can rotate side to side. Yeah. So rotate, follow the action.
Follow the action. Follow the action. There we go.
All right, so we are now set. It's 12:15 left in the first period. 0-0 score against Team Wisconsin. Face off taken by Esmond. Worked up the left side, just out of reach of Lai. Wisconsin dumps it back in, goes back over to Lou. Lou looks up board, tries to get it over to Frazier, but that gets pinched off. Frazier tries to tap that out, gets some help from Esmond, comes across the slot, and that gets cleared. Esmond with a little bit of a break here on the right side. She goes in with Frazier trailing. She tries to grab the net. Pinch in, helped out by Kearney. Kearney on the forecheck. Wisconsin wheels around the boards, and Wisconsin going to go on the power play. Delayed penalty for a trip, as Fischler will touch up here. Okay, Williams in net. Let's see. If I go here, you don't get me, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's hard.
So first PK of the day for Culver. Wisconsin with the puck. They go D, come around the right side, little deke, but good defense, good stick. Shot wide right. Wisconsin gathers again on the left side. They pass, save Williams, save. Another save, and trying to clear it. Stays in at the point. Wisconsin picks it up. That's a whistle. So 2-minute penalties in this tournament. Looks like it's Kearney in the box for Culver. 1:20 left on the PK. Esmond takes the draw. She wins it back to Chandler. Chandler tries to clear. That comes around the boards, held in by Wisconsin. Another trip, but not called. And Culver will clear. Gets worked back into Messersmith. Messersmith tries to clear, goes off of a skate. She goes around the left side. Gets this one up to Esmond. And Wisconsin regroups in their D zone. They send it up the left side. They look to set up. They try and center. That gets blocked by Chandler. Chandler up to Esmond. Cleared out to the neutral zone. In Wisconsin, they get a line change. They send that way up and out. Clear the zone. Lie in on the forecheck. Lie. And good poke. Esmond in. As the rest of Culver gets a new PK unit out. She sends it up front, no one home, and she gets a nice face-off forward, being 1-on-5. Good job by Esmond. .21 seconds left on the PK. Served in on the draw.
Let's go, Avery!
Comes out to Lou. Lou circles back. She gets that up to Bosser. Deflects out to the new center ice, and Bosser drives it in. Bosser hustling. Good body out on the boards there. Forces Wisconsin to the tree. That gets poked out to Brzezinski. Brzezinski up. And that gets dumped into Kearney. So penalties over. Back to even strength for both teams. 0-0 first period. Wisconsin. They come in. They dump it in deep on Lou. They center. No one home. Up to Kearney. Kearney battles on the boards. Gets help from Brzezinski. Up to the right point. And Brzezinski gets it. Brzezinski breaks in. He lifts this ahead. Gets some reinforcements. Out he goes Alzada along the boards, and Wisconsin now clears. Up to Fischler. Fischler will chip it along the boards. Sadiakov brings it back to the D, back over to Fischler. Fischler looks to center. That gets intercepted by Wisconsin, and they break in on the left side. Wisconsin working on the left boards. Shot goes off some skates and rebounds out to Adigos Alzada. Esmond now with the puck. He drives in on the right side. Now move around the side. Rebound. Shot. Good shot. Save by Wisconsin. That was a save on Furch's shot. And Williams pokes that up and into the netting. Puck comes around behind the net. Wisconsin picks it up. They wheel around the top of the circle. They drop it down low. Still cycling in the corners. Gets tipped and out. Wisconsin, they will through the neutral zone. Lai picks that up. She brings it back to the D. They regroup. That gets intercepted, but worked over to the left side. Wisconsin with the puck. They drop it over to, and Frazier intercepts. Gets dumped back down low for Furch. Furch gets taken off the puck behind in the corner. That gets worked over to Frazier on the right wing. Frazier chips that out. It's going to go for an icing. .5:35 left in the first period. Scoreless game. Bosser gets it over to Messersmith. Messersmith wheels. She brings it up the boards. That gets poked, but now out to Bosser. Over to Wilson. Wilson dumps it in. Goes in hard. And Wisconsin was just clear. Over to Chandler. Chandler dumps that in. Just left it in the net. Sadiakov working on the third second. Putnam comes in. Putnam battling around the board. Tries to gain possession. Gets little trip up. And Wisconsin gathers the puck from the right side. Stay clear, but not out. Chandler pulls it in. Putnam works it out to Chandler. Chandler has little room. Chandler looks to shoot. She goes over to Putnam. That shot gets deflected out to the center. And Wisconsin will dump and change. Chandler sends it to the right side. Wisconsin intercepts. Wisconsin, they try and center. Now picked up by Fusoni. Fusoni over to Putnam. And Wisconsin goes offsides. If there are any complaints about the camera work, text Anlo Liu, who is working the camera today. Wisconsin, they try and dump it back in. Liu gets it. Over tries to cycle out to the left side. That gets intercepted by Wisconsin and held in. Baczynski forces her girl wide. Wisconsin works it to the right point. That is dangerously in the slot. Now out. Frazier tries to get up to Lai. Lai with a little bit of a break. She gets bodied out there. And Wisconsin will dump it in. Liu picks it up. Liu looks to Frazier. That gets hit by Wisconsin. No icing. Frazier in. Wisconsin
They'll give it up to Kearney. Kearney picks it up on the left side. Kearney tied up in the corner. Bosser helps out. Wisconsin now picks it up.
And they send that across neutral zone, one-on-one against Fischler. Fischler, good body position, holds her spot. Now Bosser picks it up behind the net. Bosser will work it behind the net to Fischler. Fischler, a little bit of room. She gets knocked down at neutral zone. Now Wisconsin gathers the puck. And they chip that into the Culver zone. Chased down by Furch. Goes for icing.
Diakov takes the draw. Wisconsin wheels it behind their own net.
They do get it up and out. Wisconsin with the shot. Good glove by Williams. So Wisconsin with a little bit of a numbers advantage. Good quick glove by Williams. Face off just to the right of Williams. Wisconsin will dump it down low. Sadiakov picks that up. She gets a little bit pressured. She works her way around. She pushes the puck. That gets picked out to Messersmith, who sends it in. Sadiakov in pursuit. She has Arigos Alzada and Harris out with her. Battling behind the net. And Wisconsin will come out with the puck. Wisconsin with Possible numbers, but they lose the puck, and Messersmith goes back to retrieve. Messersmith surveys, looks up. That gets bumped out to neutral zone. Esmond pressuring. Good turnover. Frazier
comes in, has shot wide left. Comes out to Chandler. Chandler throws that in. Look over to the left side. And Lai trying to keep that in. Battling at the blue line. Now Wisconsin retreats. They work it easy.
And they come up through the neutral zone. They come in on the left side and shot blocked by Lou. Circle. They try and center. That comes out to Esmond. Esmond comes up the left side. Gets chipped out. Frazier trying to get it in deep ball. Culver goes for a line change. Gets enough time for the line change and deflected through the neutral zone.
Little break there by Wilson. Wilson with a little bit of room. Shot. Ooh. Good shot. Just got a piece of it with her glove. Held in by Bosser on the left board. That gets worked out to Bazinski. Bazinski over to Lou. Lou sends it up to Wilson. Wilson sends it in deep behind the net. Wisconsin. They work their way out the left side.
Good seal by Wilson. Back over, not out. Wisconsin holds it in. Now Lou picks it up. She looks. She looks and she sends it left side to Kearney. Kearney, ooh, good rebound. And that gets cleared for icing.
They have some good opportunities this game, hopefully with some good rebounds. Off the goalie's left pad. Diakov will take the draw here. Works it over to Fissler. Fissler looks up. Drops it down low. Cut. Back checking on the left side. Massachusetts helps out. And
Wisconsin has to dump it in. Furch works it over to Fusoni. Fusoni with it now. Sadiakov picks it up. She looks and she works her way up. Nice move.
she's still working it through. Sadiakov trying to get all the way just. Gets stopped by the last defender.
And Fissler circles back around. Fissler drops over to Furch. Furch gets that poked off, but buzzer sounds to end the first period. We're going for our ice cut between the first and second, so 0-0 scoreless after one period. We'll be back after the ice cut.
out of California, there's no other place that exists. Yes.
She's so mad.
Girls are waiting to get back on the ice. So we're on cellular because there is a Wi-Fi in this rink. However, it does not extend into the rink that we're in right now. So when out in the lobby, I can see it. When in this rink, the signal does not pop up. So I had heard the picture is very fuzzy.
What voice is cutting in and out?
Well, we're not on Wi-Fi, and it's apparently the picture isn't very good.
Oh, okay. Oh, you do now.
But there's no Wi-Fi signal in here. You can get it in the lobby, but not in here.
Oh.
So hopefully,
Do it on purpose?
I don't know if we're in this rink all the time.
I thought he was saying your voice was cutting in and out.
Oh, he was saying some, yeah, like
Yeah.
I'm sure that changes a little bit. I have this that I'm gonna try. This thing where you plug this in,
Yeah.
and then it's got a microphone.
Oh.
So
Okay,
that way it
good.
doesn't cut out, but I didn't have a chance to try it on this one. I'll try it on the next one.
Did you move anything?
Here we go. Start of the second period. 0-0.
Ball comes back to Williams. And goes behind the net to Fischler. Fischler looks up.
Hits Bosser. Bosser comes in on left. She cuts. Shot. Blocker. And net gets dislodged as one of our girls came crashing in. Looks like, who is that? Wilson. Didn't see how Wilson ended up in the net, but she came sliding in. Bossert takes the draw. Kearney gets taken down. Oh, hard body shot.
Fischler goes back to retrieve. Fischler battles with Foster, helping out. Comes back to Fischler. Fischler sends it around to Kearney.
Kearney pushes that up. She dumps it in. No ice. Wisconsin battles behind the net with Kearney. Wisconsin comes out with it. They look to clear. They fan on their clearing attempt. Over with possession, sends up to Chandler. Chandler walks the blue line, sends it in. Nice tip. Shot, score. Great work around the net. Narelle gets the goal. So good work. Culver gets that puck up to Chandler at the left point. She walks the blue line, sends it in. I believe it was tipped by Esmond on the left side on net, and then lies on the opposite side to poke that in. So Culver takes a 1-0 lead. 12:31 left in the second period.
Wisconsin, we dump it in Reversed by Chandler. Chandler over to Messersmith. Back to Chandler. Chandler looks up. She bounces it off the boards to Live. That gets just caught up in the skate, maybe off of the ref, and now Wisconsin with the chance. They shoot. Save Williams. Solid. Diakov wins the draw in the Culver zone. That gets worked out to Lou. Lou just misses the outlet, but worked back over to her. She sends it back to Putnam. Putnam dumps it in on the left side, pursues. No ice. Fusoni battles behind the net. Now Wisconsin, they work their way across the left side of the ice. They come across and they dump it in behind Williams. Kaczynski battles, gets it up to Sadiakov. Sadiakov pushes the puck. Sadiakov gets it across the line, and Wisconsin intercepts. Outlet, 1-on-2. Nice step up by Kaczynski. And Lou circles behind her own net. She spots the outlet to the right side, and now Wisconsin has to hold up. Kaczynski sends that in, and Wisconsin picks up in the neutral zone. They work across the ice, gets caught up in skates, and now Bossert chips it in. Bossert still pursuing, and that gets cut off by Wilson. Wilson gets taken out, and Kearney has Bossert if she can find her, tries to get it to her. Kearney still tries to get a shot off, and that gets poked out to neutral. Fischler drives it in around the left side. Fischler looked like she was about to try the Michigan. And now Bossert. That puck gets poked out to Fischler. Fischler to Furch. Furch looks up. Spots Wilson. Wilson tried to get over Kearney. Does. Kearney gets it. Kearney holds up. Centers. Line change in process, so no one there. Now Fischler gets it. Oh, Esmond. Esmond drives in around the right side. Still in the feet. Now Wisconsin's going to retrieve. And that puck gets poked out to the neutral zone. Great battle. We're still pushing her player out. And now that gets centered. Esmond picks it up to Lai. Lai picks it up. Lai with some speed cuts through the neutral zone. Still battling. Frazier gets it in the corner, tries to work it behind the net. That gets tipped out by Wisconsin. And now Culver still holds it in. Frazier with the puck. She tries to work it back to Sadiakov. That gets just out of the zone and dumped in. Still off. Delayed offside here. Wisconsin comes out with the puck. Now we're back on. Adi goes Alzada on the forecheck. Wisconsin attacks through the middle. No one there. Chandler picks it up. She's got a little bit of room. She works it over to the left side to Adi goes Alzada. She dangles through. Tries to get it to Harris. Messersmith with the puck. She tries to send that in. That gets blocked. Now, shot by Harris. Held in by Messersmith. Messersmith. She tries to work that back, but Wisconsin sends it in and blocked by Chandler. Chandler works it over to Harris along the right board. Wisconsin intercepts. Wisconsin sends it through the slot into a skate. And Messersmith is going to take a tripping call here as Wisconsin will go on the power play. They'll go on the PK. 2 minutes for Messersmith. Bossert takes the draw. Wisconsin wins it. They work their way around the left side. Shot. Wide left. Wisconsin will gather the puck on the right side. They cycle. Shot. Off the shoulder of Brzezinski. Wisconsin works it back to the right. They shoot again. This is going to clear it themselves. And Wisconsin goes back to retrieve with Kearney in pursuit. Kearney still pressuring. Forces Wisconsin to dump it in. Lou with the puck. Lou gets a little bit of pressure. Works it around the left side. Wisconsin sends in that shot wide right. Wisconsin down low. They work the left side. Send in a shot. Locked in the space. And Culver clears.
Wisconsin goes back. They retrieve behind their net. They send it up the left side. Good deflection by Lai, and that will clear again. Wisconsin gathers the puck.
Working along the boards to get the good stick on the puck. Wisconsin works it around the left side. Now they send it to the right. They shoot, and Williams loves it. I'm not going to catch Williams sleeping there. 22 seconds left on the PK for Culver. Wisconsin wins that draw. Esmond harassing the Wisconsin player who comes through, shoots, sharp angle. Birch comes out with it. Birch sends it hard up to Esmond. Esmond
Pressures. This should about do it for the PK. 5 more seconds left. Wisconsin, they work it
around the right side. They shoot wide right. Even strength now. Wisconsin comes up through the slot. They shoot high. And Birch picks it up.
Birch will send it for icing this time.
Wisconsin gets the puck now. Bossert with it.
He's with Kearney 2-on-2. Bossert works around to the right. Good poke check by the Wisconsin player. Wisconsin regains possession. And I think they're calling an offside. Face-off will come outside the Wisconsin blue line. Next to the Culver bench, Bossert in with Kearney and Wilson. Bossert wins the faceoff back to Messersmith. That gets tipped up and out. Chandler back to retrieve. Chandler sends it into the neutral zone.
Kearney works it back to Chandler. Chandler circles, reverses. Wisconsin tries to shoot. That gets deflected. Wilson.
She'll chip that up and out. That's not going to be an icing. Kearney in on pursuit. Good pursuit. Kearney ties up her player. Kearney still working. Kearney gets possession. Now worked over to Wisconsin. Wisconsin will come out with speed. Wisconsin will chip it in.
Messersmith goes back to gather. He sends it over to Brzezinski, who spins. Sends it back behind the net to Messersmith. Messersmith up to Sadiakov.
Sadiakov works in 1-on-3. She'll send it in deep. Good work by Lauren. Sadiakov has some people up front, misses. Baczynski sends it in, tip. No goal. Score! Great job by Culver. That's going to be a goal by Sadiakov. So that started with the good work on the forecheck, worked up to Messersmith, I believe, who shoots it in from the point, hits the crossbar, rebounds out to Sadiakov, who's there to put in the rebound. 2-0 Culver. Lou sends that one in deep. Putnam hustling on the left side. Putnam forces the turnover. Fusoni works on the left side with Esmond. Esmond gets held a little bit. And Wisconsin works it out one-on-one against Baczynski. Wisconsin comes across. Shoot. Save Williams. Rebound. Up. Esmond picks it up and gathers. Esmond has Putnam. Putnam works that in, and Wisconsin gathers the puck around the right side. Baczynski with some pressure. Tries to get it over to Frazier. Esmond has it. Has Lai. Just goes a little bit long. Lai has the puck. Sends it. Oh, across the slot. Just misses. Back down low to Esmond. Esmond rolls off of her stick, and Wisconsin gathers. They send that up. Turnover. Furch. Shoot. Nice shot on net, but Wisconsin goalie holds on to that. No rebound. Good hard shot by Furch from the left point. Draw won by Wisconsin, but they do not clear. Comes out to Lai. And now Wisconsin gets a puck gathered by Fischler. Fischler over to Frazier. Frazier dumps it in low. Wisconsin's going to work that puck over, and now Furch is going to intercept. Furch, partial fan, gathers the puck again. Furch works up the left side. She gets taken out, but she manages to send it in deep. And Frazier goes in on the forecheck, helped out by Kearney. Now Wisconsin reverses. Wisconsin comes through the neutral zone. In on Williams, and Williams will cover. Wisconsin wins the faceoff. Shot goes wide left. Wisconsin will gather the puck on the right side. Working on the right boards and out. Puck comes over to Messersmith. She gets that out over to Wilson. Wilson drives it in deep. Bosser into pressure. Wisconsin. They come through the neutral zone. Nice play. Bounced around in the slot. Quick snapshot over the locker side of Williams. And Wisconsin cuts their deficit in half. Culver leads 2-1. Wisconsin, they win the draw. On the right side, Baczynski sends it behind the net to Harris. Harris around the right side. She tries to chip that out. Bounces off the body and held in. Baczynski comes back, reverses over to Lou. Lou tries to find some help, sends it back to Baczynski.
Brzezinski chip that up and out. Nice play off of the glass.
Adi goes Alzada, working the left side.
And now Wisconsin works it back over to the right. Zaglikov.
Tries to send it cross center. That gets intercepted. Adi goes Alzada in on the forecheck, but Wisconsin comes out with it on the
Right. They attack. They lower the room. Soft shot in to the pads. That gets cleared. Push.
Over with a breakaway. Shot. Save. Harris tried to go backhand side, and the Wisconsin goalie got her leg pad out to make the save. Pass out to Frazier. Frazier tries to send that in. And now Wisconsin. They come out through the neutral zone.
Wisconsin works to the right. They drop it back. And that gets cleared.
Esmond trying to pressure. Lai also. That gets chipped up
Through the neutral zone.
Now Frazier gathers the puck. Frazier working across the slot area. She gets surrounded. That gets out to the neutral zone. Furch has a little bit of room. Furch over to Lai. Wisconsin now intercepts. They come through the neutral zone. Good play by Foster. Foster will send that around the boards to Frazier. Frazier chips up to Lou. Is that Lou? No, Fischler.
Fischler.
And now Wisconsin will gain possession. They work their way through the middle. Intercepted by Furch. And that's going to be an offsides against Wisconsin. Seven seconds left in this second period. Face off one and cleared safely by Fischler. That'll do it for the second period. We will have no ice cut here in the second intermission. Culver holds a 2-1 lead. All right, here we go. Third period starts. Esmond gets the puck. She works it in.
Oh, Esmond with a break shot. Rebound.
Good opportunity there. Esmond with a sharp shot from about 10 feet away. Wisconsin goalie square to the puck. Culver holding a 2-1 lead at the start of the third period. Puck comes back to Messersmith. She retreats, finds Esmond. Esmond chips it in deep.
Wisconsin, they work their way out. They do not clear. Now they will. Lai picks up the puck. Lai circles around, comes over to Chandler. Chandler sends it in deep. Intercept by Bossert. Oh, by Wilson. Partially fanned. That still almost fooled the goalie on the changeup. Messersmith goes back to retrieve. She sends that up to Bossert. Bossert looks. Bossert works her way across the neutral zone. Finds Wilson. Wilson shoots wide right. Pinched by Brzezinski. And now Wisconsin works their way across the neutral zone around the left side. Lou, good body. Comes out to neutral zone. And looks like Wilson took hard body on the right side and she dumps it down low. Putnam comes in. And penalty on Wisconsin. Maybe a makeup call for Wilson getting hit along the boards, and Putnam draws the penalty with the forecheck behind the Wisconsin net. So Culver will get their first power play of the game. Esmond comes in to take the draw. Esmond brings it back to Lou. Lou over to Lai. Lai sends that in. Shot. Rebound. Up top. And now Wisconsin will clear. And they've got a step, so they may reach it first. Messersmith up to Lai. Lai tries to get that and now gets worked back over to Messersmith. Messersmith back to Fischler. Fischler works it in. Tries circles to set up. Works it way over to the left side, back to Fischler. Fischler's got the move. Shot. Rebound. Digging by Esmond. And a little extra show at the end there. .119 left in the power play. New unit comes out. Kearney takes the draw. Wisconsin, they get the puck. They try and clear like it's held in by First. Works it around behind the net. Bossert into retrieve. She chips it up to Kearney. Bossert works it out to Brzezinski. Brzezinski down low quick. Now they set up. Over on the left side to Bossert. Bossert drives the net, and that misses, and Wisconsin is going to clear. This comes in on net to Williams. Williams surveys. Brzezinski with the puck. Helped out by Kearney. Kearney will now gather. Kearney's going to push the puck up. She has enough speed to elude the forechecker. Cuts across the middle. Shot. Oh, nice shot off the Wisconsin goalie glove. Lai back out. And Wisconsin's going to clear. Brzezinski looks. She looks around. She finds Lai. Lai is going to enter the zone. Lai gets slashed, and another penalty by Wisconsin. So just as the power play was about to expire with 4 seconds left, Wisconsin will take another penalty, slashing, and Culver will be back on the power play. A brief 5-on-3 for 4 seconds, and then a regular power play. Puck gets one back to Fischler. Fischler back to Lou. Lou shoots on net. Rebound. Over and Wisconsin will clear. Lou over to Fischler. Fischler back to Lou. Lou has some room to enter. Lou comes across the left side. She works away. She sends it across the slot. Just misses. Fischler with the puck. She works behind the net. She gets held up wide. Back to retrieve. Lai takes a peek, looks up, finds Lou. Lou back to Lai. Lai, shot. Nice puck movement around the left side. Lai gets the goal.
I think it went high blocker side from Lou. And Culver takes a 3-1 lead with that shot. Culver. Sneakoff in for the faceoff. Now Wisconsin, they work across the blue line. That gets poked out. Little break if she can get up to Fusoni, but Putnam picks it up. She shoots wide right. And Wisconsin will work their way across the left side. Lose the puck. Fusoni, good poke. And that gets chipped up and Sadiakov will pursue. Wisconsin gathers the puck. They send that up to nobody. That is gonna go just far enough for icing. Baxter will take the draw in the offensive zone. Also wins it back to Lou. Lou shot, gets blocked and chipped up and out. Lou with pressure. Good back check by Bossert. Wisconsin works it around the corner. Up to the left point. Traffic and Williams sees it the whole way and gloves it. .9:52 left in the third period. Culver holding on to a 3-1 lead against Team Wisconsin. Bossert with a defensive zone draw. Oh, Wisconsin with a dangerous shot on. So that Bossert wins the faceoff, but Wisconsin quick to pick it up and get a shot in on Williams. Bossert takes the draw. Wisconsin wins the draw this time. They send it up. Good block, and that gets interfered, but no call. Nice block by Wilson. Wilson's been taking a beating in this game without the referee's benefit there. Gets sent in deep into the Wisconsin zone. Wisconsin, they break up through the neutral zone. Intercepted by Esmond. Esmond tries to drive deep in, and Culver will send that back to Fischler. Fischler with some pressure. Fischler works it around. That comes up to Esmond. Esmond spots Frazier. Frazier goes in 1-on-2. Frazier drives around the wall, finds a little more time. Over to Esmond. Esmond goes for the stuff. A rebound and held by the Wisconsin goalie. Esmond, good quick drive to the net, trying to jam that in on the short side. Esmond wins the draw out to Fischler. That goes just outside the blue line, so Esmond has to tag up. Frazier goes in and battle in the neutral zone. Wisconsin looks for some room again.
Nice break by Frazier. Frazier gets hooked. No fault. Good pressure by Lai on the right side. And that puck is going to come through the neutral zone. Wisconsin's going to pick it up. Chipped by Furch. Over Frazier. She sends a shot in. Adigo Zazada picks that up on the left side. Now that gets sent in deep again. Sadiakov. Double team. And Abby goes all down over. We'll work out with that. She works a nice pass back to Firch. Firch, shot, save. Good work along the boards to get possession up to the point for a shot. Face-off comes to the right of the Wisconsin goalie. Sadiakov wins the face-off. Back to Chandler. Chandler gathers. She sends it down low to Sadiakov. Sadiakov over to Abby Gozalzada. And Wisconsin gathers the puck, and they will go. Wisconsin. I don't know who got the penalty.
Wisconsin penalty looks like that's going to go for roughing. And Culver gets another power play opportunity here to
Try and extend their 2-goal lead. Puck is sent over the corner up to Lou. Lou works it over to Fischler. Fischler just loses that. She sends that in down low to Esmond. Esmond gets pressed up on boards. Culver gathers. Lai sends it over to Fischler.
As Culver worked it around the boards. Over to Lai, who sends a cross ice pass over to Fischler, who buries it to the blocker side. And Culver takes a 4-1 lead with 7:19 left in the third period against Team Wisconsin. Wisconsin needs to press a little bit. Wilson gets the puck across the neutral zone. And now Culver needs to tag up. Wisconsin with a 3-on-2. They send a puck in. That gets blocked by Messersmith. Wisconsin cycles down low. Messersmith battles for the puck. Wisconsin with some room behind the net. They send it up to the right point. Sent in. And Williams save. Rebound goes wide right. Up to Kearney. Kearney sends it down low. And Wilson will get a stick on that to intercept. Now Wisconsin gets the puck. They shoot low. And Williams, nice coverage there. No rebound. Nice trick there as Williams popped it up to herself and gloved it. Face off in the Culver defensive zone. Sadiakov wins the puck to herself. She works her way around to the right boards, helped out by Fusoni. Back over to Lou. Lou to Buzinski. Intercept by Wisconsin behind the net and worked over. Save Williams. Nice alert save there. And Wisconsin is going to send it, try and get it deep, but Sadiakov with the puck. She tries to send it up the boards, and that gets out, up and out. And Wisconsin has the puck. Shot blocked. Good stick on stick by the D. And puck stays in the Culver defensive zone. 5:54 left in third. Culver with a 4-1 lead. Fischler sends it up the boards. That gets sealed off by Wisconsin. They send it in down low. They send that up. Dangerous across the boards. Lai trying to get that out. Lai sends that up. Gets outside the blue line. And chipped in deep by Esmond. Frazier goes to pursue. Wisconsin sends it around the left boards, and they will turn that over through the neutral zone. Gathered by Firch. Firch over to Fischler. Fischler up. Tries to hit Frazier, but that's going to go for an icing. Bosser will take the draw here. And she gets kicked out of the face-off. Audiko Zalzada takes it and comes out to the right boards. Wisconsin with the puck down low. They look to center, but that gets alertly poked out by Chandler. Now comes behind the net to Bossert. Bossert with some room. Bossert's going to try and go. Gets caught up in Kearney's skates, but now cleared. Back to Bossert, and Bossert will chip that nice and deep. Wisconsin reverses back to the right side. They send that up, and they'll go 2-on-2 through the neutral zone. Wisconsin will send that wide left. Poke behind the net, and Kearney's going to come. Battle for the puck. Chandler will get it. She sends that back to Messersmith. Messersmith up to Wilson. Wilson crossing out to Kearney. Wisconsin's going to push, and that gets intercepted by Bosser and in deep. Wisconsin works their way through the left side of the zone. Good intercept by Messersmith. Now shot on, rebound in the slot. Culver's going to pick that up and clear. Wisconsin sends that back in. Chipped up and around and through the right side. And Sadiakov will pick up the puck. She sends that up to Harris, but Wisconsin intercepts back through the neutral zone. Over to Harris. Harris trying to work her way through the slot area. Now Wisconsin's going to poke that up, and Lou is going to regroup. She reverses, sends that up to Harris. And back over to Lou. Lou, pass gets intercepted, intended for Audiko Zalzada, and Wisconsin's gonna chip it in deep. Battle in the far corner. Wisconsin comes out with that. They still work along the boards, and they get it up to the right point. Shot. Blocked. Buzinski comes out, sends it to the right. Wisconsin holds that in. Wisconsin still with the puck. No chance for a shot. They still gather around the left side, and now they send that deep into Lou. Lou over and out of the zone. Wisconsin, they try and come through the neutral zone again, and Culver will send it in deep again. 2:24 left in the third period. Wisconsin has to press, and they'll probably have to think about pulling the goalie with a 3-goal deficit. Wisconsin in, and Lai cuts them off through the neutral zone. Dumped in low. Furch gets caught up in her skates, and Wilson will send it back behind the net to Fischler. Fischler chips up to Lai. That's going to come out of the zone. And Wisconsin, they look for attack across the middle, across the left side. That's not going to be enough for icing. As Furch gets it, she gets pressured. She reverses back to Fischler. Fischler has a little bit of time and space, but gets converged on quick. Nice pass to Wilson. Oh, that would have been a good breakaway for Wisconsin. Stick got in the way there. Good pressure. Culver with the puck behind the net. Good pass up to the point. Back to Kearney. Kearney looks, shoots. Score! Kearney snaps the shot from the high slot area. Goes top shelf for that one to seal this game. 5-1 lead. The play started with some good pressure by Kearney behind the net, she got it up to the point, and then she gathered the puck again and shot upper left corner. .109 left in the third. Culver looking to just put this in deep, and
Ride the clock down. Wisconsin.
Pushes it up the left side. Watched by Messersmith. They send that across the slot. Shot. Save. Williams and covered. Williams sharp again all game. Only goal given up by a quick snap from close in by Wisconsin. Puck is worked out to Frazier, over to Esmond.
Esmond at the puck. On a fly driving. And gets taken out. She looks good though. Messersmith tries to dump it in low. And
Wisconsin will gather the puck. They send it in across the left side. Gathered by Messersmith now. Messersmith just pins it up against the wall with 10 seconds left. Still pinned. 3 seconds. And that is going to be it. Good win by Culver. Most goals they've scored all season. 5-1 victory. Capitalized on the power play several times. So nice opening game to the NIT for Culver here with a 5-1 win against Team Wisconsin. We'll be back again later today with Game 2. Thanks for watching. Sorry, no Wi-Fi signal, so if the picture was choppy, but hopefully you could hear me well. We'll see you again this afternoon. So, you hit the X to stop streaming, and are you sure?